Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. My name is Michael Glass, and I'm the lead trainer here on your Getting Started video series, helping you get up and running with SEM Forex. In our last video, we talked about how to place orders, market orders, limit orders, stop orders, and in this video, we're going to focus in on stop loss and trailing orders. So since we're actually getting into trading, we want to make sure that you understand that this is all for educational purposes. Any symbols and strategies are just for educational purposes. Trading Forex or anything, there is a risk of loss or losing money. Trade at your own risk. So again, in our last video, we talked about how to get into a trade with either a market order at current price or a limit or stop order at a specific price. And what a stop loss does is, the way to think of a stop loss is, at what point is this trade no longer working? Or how much money are you willing to risk to see if this trade is going to work? Once you reach that point, then you want to get out. The stop loss is, this trade's no longer working, I want out. Profit is, how much are you willing to risk to make that reward? The reward. And that is, you hear a lot of people in trading talk about your risk to reward ratio. Well, how much are you willing to risk, stop loss, to make the reward? Take profit. And you hear all these people talking about, 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 1 to 1, and what's, the best way to do it. We're not here to have that conversation. But what I do want to make sure you understand what the stop loss is. How much are you willing to risk? At what point is this trade not working for you? It may still work, but at what point is it not working for you? And how much do you want to make, based upon how much you risked? Now, a trailing stop is a little different. In a trailing stop, we're basically once the market is in your favor, you want to protect your capital. Cut your losers, let your winners run. So the trailing stop order gets executed based upon how many pips you say. So if the market moves 20 pips in your favor, ta-da, a trailing stop shows up. And every time it moves, the trailing stop moves. What's important about that ta-da, the trailing stop only works if the computer that you place it on is running. So if you decide you have to leave and you close out your laptop, the trailing stop disappears. So you have to keep your laptop running, your desktop running, if you put a trailing stop order on. Or you can get a VPS service, and that way it's running 24 hours. So let's pull up MT4 and look how to implement these orders. All right, so in the last video, we were talking about stop orders and buy stop and sell stops, and we talked about this. And so you can see it's down a little bit. It was actually working for a little bit. I guess if I was really doing it, I probably should have put the stop loss order down here, looking at it now. But that's neither here or there. Because again, it wasn't analysis. It was just showing you what a stop order is. But you can see one of the dangers of stop orders is that you can get caught into the wiggle. So because I had it up a little bit too high, now that the market has come up and broken out, it's pulling back a little bit, and that trade is actually down. Now, it was up a second ago. So at what point is this trade not working? That is my stop. Now, we recommend that you actually put that in it from the beginning, but let's just go ahead with it. So you can see where I said I should have put that in here with these wicks right here, and where it's come down before, that should be my stop. So let's go ahead and modify our order. And where is this? That is around 1.8. So if I come down here and say my stop loss, I want it at 1.80. I think it was 5. Let's see. Yeah. Alrighty. Where's my take profit? The first amount of congestion is right about here, so 1.87. 1.87. And again, this is more about strategies than it is. More about making sure you understand how the orders work than it is actually. Oh, wait a minute. What did I do wrong? Let's go back in here. Let's take a look. Something did not work there. Let's see. 1.8. I forgot the 18050. There we go. I forgot the 1. So that's the importance of putting the orders in right. 1.87. Sorry about that. Phone was ringing real quick. 5. All right. Now, when I say modify order, you can see there we go. So the there's my stop loss right there. And my take profit is there, but I think I did it again. Let's go back in there, and I forgot the 1, so 18705. There we go. There we go. So there's our. So once we take profit, it's right up here. And there's our stop loss. So where does this trade not work? Right down here. Where's this trade working? Right up here. And one thing to show you also is your trailing stop. So I come down here and you can see in our terminal window, we can see how we can manage the trade a little bit here. And what I can do is I right click on right click down here. And you can see it says trailing stop, and right down there's none. And they give you some default numbers in here, and you can customize. But let's just say 20 pips. And right now, well, it started to move. I think it moved 20 pips, so it actually showed up, and it just took us out of the trade, so we took a profit. That's funny. So basically what happened was I said 20 pips. So the trailing stop showed up at 20 pips, and as the market pulled back to that 20 pips, so it just locked in 20 pips of profit. That's kind of funny. So let's do that one more time. Let's go down here to this stop loss that we had in here. So I'm just going to right click on it, say modify order. So at what point is this not working? What point is this not working? So since it's a stop loss, so I wanted to go down. If this comes up into this congestion right in here, so you can look back over here. So let's say, what is that? 1.87525. Alrighty, so let's just go here. 1.72. 1.75. Okay, 1.7525. All right. And where do I want to take profit? Well, the first congestion's down here, and that says 1.6635. All right. 6635. And modify. So there we go. So we this trade is not working once it gets if it triggers us into the trade and goes up, get me out of the trade here. However, I want to take profit down here. Now, what's a little bit better, you can see by the boxes, this has a 2-to-1 risk reward. I'm risking one sort of box. Box is not professional, but visually you can see this. And I'm trying to get 2 of those. So that's a little bit better than a risk reward, but that's a conversation for another day. And again, if you right click on this, there's your trailing stop, and you can say none, and you can say, well, if the market moves X amount of pips, I want to protect that profit. In our next video, we're going to talk about canceling orders. And we're going to eventually get down to this terminal so that you guys really know how to use this and get your reports.